if I'm gonna wait for you. I was like, what kind of a question is that? Of course I'm gonna wait for you. You know?
Traveling, but in my particular situation, my dad, let's just say the man could not travel to Chicago. Let's just say.
Hello there, YouTube family. Welcome to another episode of Distance Bonds. Today I am joined by my one and only my husband. Let me not say his name. He's gonna introduce himself, but before he does that, oh my goodness, guys, thank you so much for the love that you're showing us in the comment section, first of all, and even by subscribing, and the views are growing every guys. Thank you. You really are doing great over there. And let me just introduce to you my husband. Give him the chance to introduce himself, and we're gonna continue.
Well, thank you so much, guys. First of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate this. I know this has been a long dream of
fast
yours,
guest,
for sure. Yeah, it's been a dream of yours for a very long time, and just to see you grow and the channel grow, it's pretty much a testament of how much good it is out there. People have riled up to support us.
Oh yes.
And I want to thank you guys for taking a opportunity to subscribe to our channel, to watching a video, and to giving her like us love, even because we just literally just started. But you guys have been immense. So I want to say thank you so much for watching us, and for actually just staying tuned to watch even this second video. We promise it's gonna be a slow growth, and we're gonna grow with you, and then we get to share our story. And yeah, you get to know us. Right now it's just the two of us, but it's more than the two of us. We have kids that we guys probably get to meet, but for now, my name is Chady. I was born in Kenya, in Nairobi, Kenya. I lived in Nairobi, Kenya until I was 20 years old, I think. Yeah, and until I was 20, and then I migrated to the US just before my 20th birthday, and I've been here since.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long is that? Like,
that was 12 years ago.
12 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
When you mwenyeji.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's a good introduction. By the way, how are you feeling today?
Pretty good.
Good.
Life is good. I'm in good spirits, and I'm feeling pretty good.
Are you ready to share your journey with your
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Thank you so much for introducing yourself, and thank you so much for joining me today. At least now my confidence is high because hey, you got me, I know. So yeah, I appreciate you. And another thing I forgot to mention is, oh my goodness, I've been getting a lot of feedback. Of course, I'm one person who thrives in criticism. I take it so super positively. I know there are friends of mine, and some people from the YouTube family that reached out about the last episode. They really appreciated everything that you did, and there were some comments about the last section. The music was too high than our voice, and we are looking forward to work on that. In this episode, it's gonna be different. Thank you so much for mentioning that. Sometimes we're working on a lot of things, and that really slipped, honestly. I think someone tried to edit, and I'm not good at editing, and I made an error, so I'm sorry, and thank you so much for mentioning it. We're gonna look into that and fix it.
Yes.
Okay.
I also think when you're starting a space like this, it's your very first time.
Yes.
It's a process of learning.
It's not easy.
You're gonna learn along the way.
Yeah.
You've never edited before, so you're just diving into an unknown space.
Yeah.
So with that comes mistakes, and we learn from that.
Exactly.
So it's I think every episode we do, we're gonna try and improve.
Yeah.
From our previous episode, so that people can interact better with us.
More, and that's why we appreciate your comments. Feel free to just let us know where we can do to improve ourselves and improve even our channel, because without you guys, we won't grow, honestly. So we need you, and like I said, we need each other for growth and for even expanding our channel. So feel free, you can dive in the comment section and just mention anything that you think will build us. we'll really appreciate.
Yes.
Okay, Chady, talking about long distance relationship, I know we like we got into a long distance relationship, and of course we felt like it was more challenging than we thought. So before we went into a long distance relationship, can you think of any like any friend or any like can you think of anywhere like you saw people go through that, like
Okay, like an evidence of people
evidence
navigating.
of people like navigating the navigating long distance relationship?
To be honest with you, I'm just trying to recall. I don't not necessarily in my primary family or like people around me. I knew like there's families like maybe at school where kids did not see their parents and stuff like that for a while because of work. But I don't think there's in my family. Oh well, other than there's one time actually. I think it was like 98 or 99.
Yes.
Where we went to
Yes.
went to Chicago.
Yes.
And yeah, we had some family stuff in Chicago. So we went to live in Chicago, I think it was over a year.
Yeah.
And the whole of that year, I didn't get to see my dad.
And I think there's something that was going on in Kenya.
Yeah. 98.
Yes.
There
was something that was going on in Kenya that traveling was a kind of, was kind of difficult. So you just mentioned 98, and then I just remembered about my dad too. Yeah.
Well, right now we can go with with the excuse of traveling, but in my particular situation, my dad, let's just say the man could not travel to Chicago. Let's just say that.
Oh my goodness! Yes. Please don't start.
But no, I'm just saying. No, but yeah, that's I would say that's the first evidence of long distance, because my mom had to navigate like dealing, taking care of the family.
Yeah.
I think we were,
which is hard.
It was hard, yeah, because I have 5 siblings, so you can imagine like her trying to like raise 5 siblings on her own. 5 kids actually on her own, and my dad, he would send letters. I remember like us writing letters to him, and he would send letters to us, and he would send gifts and so I would say that's that's pretty much the only thing that can come in mind in terms of kukua tumeka mbali sana na mtu. Yeah, I would say that's pretty much the first evidence of long distance relationship that I saw.
Wow. I don't think we ever talked about that, but
I need
to know, like, I need to know more about that, because that seems interesting. Anyway, as of me, honestly, no, I wouldn't call it a long distance relationship between my dad and my mom. Dad used to come home like every weekend, and the only time that I feel like he stayed in Nairobi for long, it was during that 1998, if I'm not wrong, and that's why I'm like there was just something like it was like in the whole country something was happening, and we were told like dad can't come home for some time. I hope mom akutudanganya, but anyway, that's the only thing that I remember. The next one, honestly, that like I fully like saw and experienced, and of course I was involved, is mine.
For sure.
Between me and you. And like so my other question is, do you think or what do you think makes this work? Because like having dad is with mom now, right? Like they worked out, whatever, and like what do you think made like that possible for them to work together? Like, because they were just separated by this distance, not by other things, and then like it's just distance. So what made mom like more trust, like what made mom trust that
what,
at the end of the day dad is gonna
what, I'm a huge believer of like love that works, especially like a true love in its core. It's not, it can pretty much supersede anything, so that includes distance. If 2 people genuinely care for each other, If two people generally
That's
share
true.
the same love, they can supersede anything. They can bypass anything. That includes distance. That includes like some of the like the troubles in between, in the challenges that comes with relationships. So if two people actually like are into each other and they share love, respect, trust, understanding of why they cannot be together at that moment, I think nothing really can can come between those two. So
Between
I
those
think
two,
in
yeah.
that situation, our parents, like, especially our mothers, understanding that the husband needs to go away or step away to go find a source of
Work,
providing
yes.
work, because back in the day, sometimes people would like work in different cities, like your dad used to work in Nairobi, right? And your mom is Machako. So your mom understanding that is actually a way so he's able to provide for us, that by itself gives her like the confidence to take care of the family while the man is away, and it worked very well, during that time.
And yeah, for sure, like that's very important for mentioning. Like, so while you're talking about like mom understanding and understanding that dad is away, like working for the family and all that, do you think that's possible in our generation now? Do you think it's something that do you think how our moms used to be strong then, do you think it's something that we, like our generation, have?
Yeah, why not? I honestly believe like even if you're different generations, we're millennials, it is much harder nowadays, because of just access and been so much westernized.
Yeah.
Back then there was not too much going on in terms of like social media and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's very possible. Nowadays there's different more forms of communication.
Yeah.
You don't have to write a letter. Usually
So just a phone call away.
yeah, as much as I'm old school, I like letters and stuff. Nowadays, there's phone calls, there's like social media apps. You can communicate through that, and but that's why I think it's possible, but it just takes dedication. You two have to be dedicated for sure, and commitment, and you have to understand like why you're going to this type of relationship. You are far away from each other, but I mean you're far away from me, but you affected me more than the people who are closer to me. It's because our hearts are like linked. So if we share the common goal, if we are in this together, there's no reason why it shouldn't
work.
Yeah, I think join like dude, we got each other, right? It's difficult, but we got each other. We're in this, we both want it to work, and for sure.
Yeah, because I remember when of course when we started, we didn't know you're gonna be relocating to the US. But I remember when you brought it up in my mom's wedding, and I was like, why not? Like, like you coming to me and asking me like if you happen to leave Kenya and maybe be away from me for 5 years, if I'm gonna wait for you. I was like, what kind of a question is that? Of course I'm gonna wait for you, but that was from the love that I had for you, and also I would say also from not knowing the deep meaning of like what it was just like a conversation.
We were very young and
it was just like a conversation. I'm like, really waiting for you? I've been, of course you're my first one, so like before that, like I didn't know nothing about like if he goes there and all that. So like that, those like that kind of a commitment, it really calls for a lot.
For sure. And as much as we were young at the time, very naive, it takes some level of maturity also to sustain this. You have to be strong,
and you might start you might start it like sorry for cutting you might start it like when you're not that mature, because I remember during our time, like you mentioned, we were like, I was 18, you were 19. Yeah. And I would say like we have grown as we like ever since we started, like we just like the maturity just came like slowly by slowly, like learning from each other. That's why I said as we started, that's why I said like it wasn't I wouldn't say it was something easy.
Mhm.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
say it was something easy. But the more you guys continue like building each other and trusting each other and just showing that commitment, it really means a lot.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good like encouragement, friends. I hope you're learning something from us, and I'm sure like this is something that you can all relate, and yeah. Any question for me?
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Okay.
Just like I mentioned before, like when we were talking about like our journey, honestly, you cannot talk about something that you're not okay with. You cannot talk about something that you have not gone through, So I am talking my experience, and I feel good because before it was like it wasn't easy. Let me just say it wasn't easy on my side. You're gonna talk about your side, but I feel good because it's like a dream come true during those times, like how we used like to sometimes stress about it, sometimes talk about it, and we're like, I don't think it's gonna work, and just from nowhere, and of course, like something I didn't mention is like believing in God.
For sure.
That really helped, and just involving God into it. So I would say our relationship was with me, you, and God inside, and
for sure,
honestly, like I talk to him like every day, every now and then, just for him to give me that strength and give me that just the strength to continue, because I wasn't looking forward to starting a relationship that will end,
for sure.
And
I think what I like about us and our story is we've had to navigate this relationship in different forms of distance. It's not just distance by like location, the time that
difference.
you're away from each other. The time you're away from each other, right? And some of the milestones that you miss, because within those time we were away from each other, you had some milestones in your life, and there's some milestones in my life
that you
didn't get to be a part of. They're pretty big, and there's some milestones in your life I wasn't able to be part of, and but even understanding that and believing that more is yet to come, and trusting that it's gonna come eventually. It's very big. Those kind of, I think it gets difficult when you want that person, your person, you want them right there, to celebrate wins with you, and to be there when you're not winning and things are not going very well,
like
and you cannot have them, graduations, birthdays, anniversaries especially. So you having confidence that we will get to celebrate all these things, like and some of the song says the things that you lost are gonna be given back.
Yote liwa na zege.
The time you feel like was lost, well, maybe your friends were having a good time and couldn't do that. Like when you saw your friends with their boyfriend at the time, and you're not able to, it will be given back to you. So it's I love this for us. It's been a journey of growth, and that's why like I'm a huge fan of this channel, because people maybe in the navigating a long distance relationship right now, maybe when they watch us, they'll be able to take a few points from what worked for us and how we navigated it. And you can definitely, I feel like you can relate to this, and some of the tips and things we used to do to stay connected, stay active, stay entertained, stay in love, stay motivated, stay yearning for more from each other, even with the distance barrier. We're gonna share so much more on here. So
you just reminded me. I think whoever is in a long distance relationship now, it's kind of advantaged, because I remember when we started our relationship, was it in 2011?
2010, 2011,
yeah.
At the end of 2010.
We didn't have WhatsApp.
Yeah, there's none of that.
Yeah, I remember I was going to the cyber to write you emails and all that. Like, it's crazy.
Yes, and
Yeah.
Facebook was big then. That was
Oh yes, Facebook
you know, the medium of communication, and of course you need to buy bundles or go to the cyber to access Facebook. Yeah, so anybody who's navigating like a long distance relationship now, it's not, of course it's still not easy, but at least we have some mediums of communication. Yeah, where we can stay connected across the clock from different time zones. You know.
Yeah, and it's not just that. I remember when you told me there are times you used to use, I don't know, $5 to call me.
Yep.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that.
Yeah, $5 to call me, and then it
was 48 minutes. Actually, it was $2 for the phone card. $2, and then unaongea for 48 minutes, and then of course, so within those 48 minutes, you have to panga. You're gonna talk about this, so you gotta, like, I mean, it was crazy, man.
Oh my goodness,
Right now it's just so different. When we were starting it was like a hectic. So, but it's it makes for a good story.
Yeah.
It works.
It does, for sure. Like I said, it works. It works.
Yeah, it needs patience, it needs love, it needs commitment. From your mouth to God's ears, God answers you answered your prayers, and God answered my prayers, and above all, God kept us together.
Yes, I still have my prayer. I remember when you're leaving, and just trying to write a prayer down and just asking God to help us to navigate this and just make it work. And for sure, if you're faithful to Him, He's gonna be faithful to you. So absolutely. We didn't walk this journey alone. And I feel like we just covered a wide range of whatever we're talking, and we're looking forward to bring all this to you. And of course, we said we were gonna give a story. We just gave some brief
we still need to dive into the deets.
It's a lot.
Did you tell them that we're gonna have people come here and talk to you?
Yes. I told them in the introduction video. And I promise you, we're gonna have some friends who are
because we have friends who've navigated that, and some of those people I was relating to them at the time. Because we strengthen each other. Because if you're going through the same thing, it brings you guys closer. So I they're still my friends to date, and
it's like a family.
Yes, they're family now because we navigated that situation together, and they're all connected to their families now. So it's a testament of what works, because I've seen it work not just for me but for my friends also. So so you guys stay tuned. And is there anything else you want to share?
So guys, stay tuned. We have a lot, like my husband has said, we have a lot in store for you. We're gonna have some guests coming in our platform and sharing their stories as we share ours, and I believe we're going to grow. I believe we're going to encourage someone somewhere, and I believe that you're going to have a good time watching these and just trying to, if you're in a long distance relationship, maybe you can relate to us. If you're not in one, I know you know someone somewhere who might be in one, or just listen to our experiences. We all have different experiences in life, and we saw it good sharing it with you. In the meantime, please hit that subscribe button, and let's meet in the next video. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.